It's been 3 years and I feel like it was just yesterday, Soundous. Honestly,
Yeah.
like the first time we met. Bombay mein, if you go out and ask someone, hey, do you want to be on television or do you want to be famous? I don't think there'll be one person who'll say no.
No.
To be honest, if I look back, I was really driven by the people around me. My mom manifested that. Something that I'd never seen for myself ever. Even after being popular for 7 years before I started my acting journey, I never saw myself as an actor. I got the clean shave done, then I come back home and I'm like, script do mujhe. And I take the script, the first line says, nahi dad, main gay nahi hu.
So I went home, I cried, Basir, so much.
In your head, you cannot be remembering lines because camera captures your bloody face and you look like a dork.
Yeah.
हम 10-15 सीन करके घर जाते हैं, सुबह उठ के फिर 10-15 सीन. We have like 15 scenes to do. God has secretly placed people around me on the set in the studio that remind me that how grateful we are to be doing this. I'm a workaholic. Like one day I get a chutti, I'm happy. Okay, like one day I need rest. Second day I'm like, kya karu,
Something is missing.
something I have to do.
That's
I
an
can't
amazing feeling.
if someone I find along the way, she might just jump in and hop in on the ride and we can make it happen. And if someone I have to find, then it'll take time. It'll definitely take time.
I don't feel like my audience needs an introduction for you because if they know me, then they of course know you. And if they know you, they would like know me because I was in one of your seasons.
Yeah.
So we have a very mismatched, audience and also very different audience because now you're in TV and I'm more into comedy space and all of that. Now lately, while I was trying to shift from reality shows to acting, I don't know why you came in my mind and I called you and I told you that because I felt like actually Basir, you shifted from Hyderabad in 2016, right?
Yep.
And then you did Rodi 2017. Then you started your acting journey in 2023, you know? So it's almost like 6, 7, 8 years, let's say till like you locked the project. And it's like, it's been just 3 years for me, so I'm going to lose my mind,
It's
Mujhe
been
ghar jana hai.
3 years?
Yeah, only 3 years.
It's been 3 years and I feel like it was just yesterday, Soundous. Honestly,
Yeah.
like the first time we met on the show, like Roadies Africa, it was so fresh. You were
Crazy.
so raw and new. You
Yeah.
didn't have a preset mentality towards things.
That's true.
It was a good space
Yeah.
to start off with.
Yeah.
And, having people like me, Gaurav and everybody
Yeah.
else, different vibes. And
Yeah.
you had an understanding of what was going on around.
I
right?
did not.
But like looking at us, maybe you did get an idea.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I was so on point, like
And you had
grabbing
a lot of
things.
questions, if you remember.
Yeah.
While we were on the journey,
Yeah.
you kept asking us like, what's this like? What's that like? I
Yeah.
remember on the flight back, you were like, but see, now you got to go back and start your business thingy. Let's go to merchandising, this and that. You remember the whole conversation?
I remember.
So I remember how headstrong you were,
Yeah.
even before you entered,
Yeah.
even before you were live on television.
Yeah, but guess what? The name of my podcast is How and Why. So still I want to ask question, how did you do it and why you're doing it? So please
Makes
tell
sense.
me how difficult it was. Like genuinely, how difficult? Because we stopped Roadies 2022, like 2021, let's say, end of it.
Yeah.
And then you logged this acting project. We'll come later on
23.
the name. 3. So 2 years gap. How did you manage to stay ambitious? Like keep that fire?
I think, especially with my case, my journey has been in such a way that I started from Hyderabad. And from 2017, when I did my first show, Roadies,
Yeah.
the same year I did Splitsvilla. So both the shows I did in the same year. So imagine if I would have at least done it in different years,
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
had a better length.
Yeah.
But I did the first 2 shows back to back in the span
Yeah.
of 3 months.
Huh.
So that also, and I did that and I came back to Hyderabad. I was not living as hot property in Bombay.
Yeah.
So imagine I was losing out on the main chunk that I'm not available in Bombay, but I was still managing. And then somehow I felt like, man, I have to continue. Like I felt the competition, I felt the race. And since the beginning, man, it was difficult. Because
Yeah.
Bombay mein, if you go out and ask someone, hey, do you want to be on television or do you want to be famous? I don't think there'll be one person who'll say no.
No.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
One person. So if you're getting that opportunity, I mean, you got to take it. And you got to take it seriously, bloody seriously.
Yeah.
And I think that was the only one thing in my head that whatever opportunity is coming your way, give it your 200.
You felt you were lazy a little bit?
I was.
Beach
I
mein?
was. I did lose out
Why?
my streak. Because, there's a lot of things. Like what happens is aap reality shows karte ho and then you just get popular. You have to find the money. Because in the beginning, when you do the first few shows, nobody pays you. And not everybody understands that, right? And people who watch you on the show are like, oh my God, Praseed bhai, this guy's my idol. I like him. I like his style or something. But when they see you in reality, what they imagine about you when they see you on TV should match with what they see in reality. You know? Then you're successfully making the popularity thing happen for yourself. If you're not able to maintain that idea, then they're going to look upon you and be like, I don't know, you know? So you don't want that judgment, especially when you're becoming a popular person.
So that laziness came from the fact that you thought, I cannot make it beyond reality shows, or it came from the financial instability? Because it was hard to keep that image of that fashionable guy and, you know?
To be honest, if I look back, I was really driven by the people around me. I was just so adamant. The people around you who talk. Maybe he's not going to be able to do it. Maybe he's not going to make it. One luck, you know, one time wonder. He did it because it was new and fresh or whatever. Chal gaya, ho gaya, it happened, it was luck. All this shit, I was like, no, man. If you look back in my audition, Ranvijay, sir, before he selected me, sat there and said, agar main tujhe select karunga, to high chances that 25 tak tu barbad ho jayega. That you will blow up what you get because you will probably get carried away with the fame and popularity and everything. So I had these things in my mind that I don't want to prove them right. So I think that's the reason why I kept
that. I don't know. In India, it keeps me alive and it's kind of from where I take my motivation. But I discovered that it's a very toxic thing. Because the moment you stop getting hate or the moment you stop having these eyeballs on you, like you're not the center of attention, be it bad or good, then you start feeling that you are irrelevant. And then they're like, I do it for whom I'm doing it. There is no audience. So I feel like, yes, it helps, but it's not really the nicest way that we should rely on to keep our drive on.
Because this shouldn't be the first look back at what should drive you, but this can help if you channelize it in the right way. I think for me it worked out. But tell me about you. Since you're not from India, you're not from around India. You come from outside, you don't know this language, you don't know the things, the ethics, the morals of Indian society. But you had the hang from the first day because you were a quick learner. Because I did the journey, very quick learner. So worked out. So you tell me how was your journey from that day till here?
I don't know if I should feel it easy myself, but if I am honest, I feel that
it's something, trust me, that I promise.
I feel I'm giving a very simple example. When I get working, I know that we went shopping and spend that and all that because we were aware that oh my God, because you were aware that somehow the way you look or the way people perceive you, especially Gen Z, it's very important. You know, be it a good point or bad, but it's a fact. Okay. When I shifted from Paris, I was staying in a place where fashion is theirs. But when I came to India and I wanted just exposure, I never focused on being very fashionable or putting my effort into looking good, makeup, style and all of that. And I was wearing kuch bhi on roadies and even on Splitsvilla because my main focus was to win the show and me and my content. So now looking back at these things, I was like, Soundous, that could have made you maybe reach 1 million by now if you would have focused on that.
The right impact.
Yeah. So knowing everything, but sometimes not having the right guidance make you miss on small
Also
things
resources.
back then, but it's big thing.
Yeah. To be honest, I did the first roadies, the first show of my life as roadies and Splits the second. In 2017.
Yeah.
Way back, things were very different, Soundous. At least right now, you did your first show in 2022.
Yeah.
By 2022, the social media game was there.
Yeah.
Okay, brands were out there on social media. People wanted to collaborate. The word collaboration existed. Back when I did roadies and Splits, collaboration was, it started the first collab I did, 5,000 rupees.
Oh my God.
I was like, what do I even charge? I don't know. So it started from there and you know the kind of things we charge now. So it's crazy. At least people who do shows now and make use of social media now, it's much more banger right now. Back then it was not easy. Just for example, you could have managed to look better fashion-wise on your shows if you had the right stylists
No,
and
if I had the right mindset and the focus, but
Okay.
because my focus was only on one thing.
but your personality.
Yes,
Yeah,
which is not what like a star or like an idol or whatever should focus on. You should focus on like so many things. It's like an actor. He's like, I should just focus on my acting. What's happening now with Tripti? She just did an item number, but she didn't thought she would get that hate because yes, sister, you should have focus on your dance also, on your walk, on the way you know. And these things you learn them after you get an opportunity. You know, you get an opportunity that could have like blown up, but it did not. Then you realize, oh my God, now I will work on it, but for the next one. But you never know when the next opportunity will
100%.
come. You know?
Talking about this Tripti incident, I mean, I'm sure we all saw the kind of reactions people are giving out on social media. You know, as an actor, as a new actor right now, I mean, I've just been acting for a year and a half now.
Yeah.
So there is something called a creative say,
Yeah.
right? And an actor should have, or someone who's facing the camera should have a creative call or a say to the team. Ki, bhai, maybe this is not looking that great. Let me see the shot. Let's see if we can tweak this a little bit and make it look a little more interesting in a different way. That is something I think this society needs to work on, especially the industry. Creative say, because someone said this has to look like this, so they're following it to the T. It visually maybe not looking that great or something, but people are still going ahead with
listen, like
who's
now
taking the hit? Who's taking the damage? Not the choreographer, not the filmmaker, not the director, nobody else, but the one who's doing it right there. And that's Tripti.
How is your relationship with your mom?
It was great. It's great. Touchwood, alhamdulillah. It's amazing.
How is she like playing a role in your acting career, in your journey, let's say?
To be honest, I still remember the day I was moving to Mumbai after Roadies Africa. This was in July 2022. I was getting out with my car and the stuff. There was Moose sitting in the car. She had traveled from Chandigarh because we were staying in the same house.
Those stories.
So my mom, before shutting the door, she said, Basir, I wish for you to do an Ekta Kapoor show. I want you to do TV.
Oh my God,
a serial. Yeah, like a daily soap. And I'm like, Mom, seriously? Like, that's the moment she's telling me. She's like, you're going to Bombay now. You're taking a big step. This is my personal thing. I'd love to see you do something like this someday. A year later, man, I'm doing an Ekta Kapoor show.
God.
And I'm a lead. And it's crazy. I mean, it's just amazing that my mom manifested that. Something that I'd never seen for myself ever. Even after being popular for 7 years before I started my acting journey, I never saw myself as an actor.
Okay.
Never. People will be like, why don't you act? I'm like, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
And now, when I hear a cut and I hear claps on my set, in the studio or something, when people appreciate my work, I'm like, how am I able to do this? And my mom
How did
always...
this show happen?
It was a bunch of people. I was actually sitting in an after party in Bombay, in a house. People were drunk.
You're promoting the wrong thing, na? That go to parties and you will get cast.
I mean, I'm not saying you'll find it there, but you might, you know, because I was just sitting in a bunch of new people in Bombay and I had just moved. So someone asked me, it's like, bhai, aap itne saal se ye sab kar rahe ho, reality shows, this and that. Why don't you act? At this time, because I had moved to Bombay for the first time in 7 years, I was like, yeah, man, like maybe I should now. Like I'm considering to give auditions. So he's like, I'm a casting guy. I'll help you out. I said, I'd love that. Like if you guys can help me. Then one more guy joined, and one more guy. There were 4 casting guys sitting in that room there, and they said, we like you so much that we want you to do it. One of them clicked. He called one of my friends this other day, I think 1 month later, and he's like, ek audition aaya hai, bana ke de do, Basir ko bol bana ke de. And I was upset that day. Something was going on. I came home. I'm like, you guys are good for nothing. You guys are losers. You guys bring me no work. Do manager ghar mein baithe. I'm like, you guys are useless.
I know.
This guy's like, bhai, aaj ek audition aaya. I'm like, we're doing it. And then he's like, one requirement. You'll have to shave, like clean shave. I said, okay, I'll do it. I went in.
You did it?
Yeah.
I'm
and
very
I went in,
surprised.
got the clean shave. And then I saw my script.
You did that before seeing the script?
Yeah, I got the clean shave done. Then I come back home and I'm like, script do mujhe. And I take the script. The first line says, nahi dad, main gay nahi hu. I am like, oh my God, like, is this going to be my debut on TV with like a character like that?
Yeah.
So I was like flabbergasted. And then I was like, listen, what's the show like? And then they told me this was this show for Balaji and this and that. So I was like, okay, I'm in good hands. I mean, they wanted me for that show, But someone saw that audition clip in the Balaji office and they were like, I want this guy for this character.
For the same.
And the one I am playing right now.
Yeah.
And I'm glad
So you got
that I got
locked
it.
for a character that you didn't audition for. Your audition
Yeah.
was for something else.
Yeah. I mean, it just happened so that I was considered for this character, but someone saw me fit for a better character on another show.
Yeah.
And they said, no, don't put him in the list. Because after that, they were going to take more auditions, look tests, this, that. But they said, block that. We want this for this guy, and this guy is going to give us it, what we want.
Yeah.
So I went for the look test. That day, they were like, this is it. And it just worked out. And I saw some people, I'm not going to take their names. They came to the studio to give their look test for the same character that day. When I saw them there, I was like, oh shit, I'm not getting this character.
Yeah.
Because they were actors. They had done big reality shows, bigger than what I've done already. And they were like hot properties. And I saw the names and faces. One of them, I said, hey bro, how are you? And all that. But I was like, bro, they're going to take it away. Mera to ye nahi hone wala.
Why do you think they took you?
I thought experienced actors might be given a more
Why
better...
you think Balaji took you?
They took
cast
me?
you, yeah.
I believe, unless I get more work from Balaji, I will still believe this, that it was just luck that the character they wanted to show on TV was really Basir.
What are the similarities between Basir and
Everything. It's
Shaurya?
just that Shaurya is
Yeah.
TV level ke hisab se, the dramatic effect that Shaurya has, the things he can do as a TV actor is too much. In reality, I wouldn't go to the length like putting poison in people's shit and like throwing a bus off the bridge or something like that. So I don't do big shit like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did crazy things in my life, and he's
I
scared of
know.
his mom. That is the only one person who can control Shaurya. That's the same with me.
My
He's
God.
angry always. People are like a little afraid of him. I don't
Yeah.
want to say that people are afraid of me, but I think I carry that kind of a personality where people are like, okay, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of similarities in the personality.
First day on as Shaurya, when you went back home, did you feel like, यार मुझे एक्टिंग नहीं आती है, मैं क्या करूँ? You know, मुझे लोग मजे करेंगे, you know, because I did like a movie that is coming.
Oh,
And
congratulations.
thank you. And I've like set with like a coaching person, and I prepared for like the role and all of that for like 2 weeks. I went on set, and first scene, I did the way I imagined my character to be. Cut, the director is like, no, we are playing that character differently.
Okay.
I felt like crying because first of all, I felt like, okay, I am a secondary character, but I'm not getting enough respect and space as an actor to share my creative side with you and discuss how do we think we should play it. It's not just like your point of view. And I could see like the eyes of the DOP, because they know how they know how I should play it, but I'm playing differently. So I went home, I cried, Basir, so much, because I felt like, yaar, I spent 2 years on reality show. It taught me everything, but not acting, which people think that's what we do on the show. They think that we act, while actually we are doing everything but not acting.
Yeah.
Then I was like, should I also like, it will take me 1 year to act, like to learn how to act. Then you came in my mind because I saw few of your clips where you're crying or you're being angry, and where you're being in some kind of mindset where I'm not used to see you in, you know. Then I'm like, this is not Basir, this is acting.
Emotion.
So how did you manage like day by day to act?
One thing I would say is that TV, especially daily soaps, are like an acting school as well. An acting school that pays you as well and treats you, takes your tantrums and everything. Because I started off as a non-actor. I never took any classes. I never took any workshops. I never did anything regarding acting. And I still managed to do it. Okay, I am glad I have the skills to like pick up things and quickly do it, this, that. But because you do something every day, and if you put your mind and heart to it, I promise you, it will be a 10 on 10 one day.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because you have to do it with your heart. I was like, I'm waking up anyway. I'm showing up anyway.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the clothes they give me, the lines they give me. I'm doing everything. Why do I not deserve the claps? Why do I not deserve the appreciation that everybody else gets? And I was like, in the beginning, I didn't know the terms like OS kya hota hai, high speed kya hota hai, this and that. So they were telling me like, aapke camera left. And I'm actually looking on the left. But camera left is actually your right. I'm like, oh, and then just like, sir, left, bola is left. I'm like, shit. So when you get these humiliation wale feelings, these kind of things, and when you're a sensitive person, I was like, ye naya hai. I want to stop listening to this naya hai. And a year and a half later, I got like a high point.
You used to listen to this. Ye naya
A
hai.
lot. Like on the set, there's a lot of backtalk. And the kind of politics I have dealt with on a set as an actor is something I've never experienced in my entire life, even doing so many reality shows. The mind games, this person listens to you, goes and tells something to someone, that becomes something, some kind of stuff. Like it's crazy politics, okay? And it's all out there. I mean, what they say about the industry, I'm slowly starting gradually to get it. Like, okay, there's a lot of things you got to understand before you say something out to someone, before you make commitments, before you make promises or get into someone else's conversations that you're not supposed to. Exactly. So there's a lot,
and you're very known of helping people.
Yeah, right. Someone like me is prone to get into problems because of that. So I kind of dealt with it and I kind of learned my lesson. So I think,
Did you work on your acting? Did you take any classes, workshops?
No. Till date, no. Alhamdulillah, no.
You didn't spend any of your rupees on acting workshops, Basir?
I'm going to a great school like Balaji, ZTV, and I'm working with some great actors. Like one of the greatest actors I feel like around me is Shakti Anand. He has been around since 2000s, like 2001. He was on Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi as Mihir at a point.
I know that.
So working with someone like that, of that caliber, who's seen the industry come from 90s to this era today, is amazing. I'm getting to learn so much, and all of them are so cooperative. Once you build a connection and when you trust them, okay, what they're saying is probably not going to make me look stupid, then maybe you can try that. You have to do your rehearsals. You have to do your lines. You have to be sure before you face the camera. Because while acting, I've realized two things. One, like for example, there's a camera here and I want to look at it right now. The action bolte, I have to look. I don't have to in my head cinematically think that, oh, I have to roll my eyes and that's the job of the camera and the editing team and all of that. That's going to work out later. You have to do it in real time with the right effects. So that balances out in the edit, on the edit. So, I mean, that's one thing. And second thing is, in your head, you cannot be remembering lines because camera captures your bloody face and you look like a dork. You look like, oh my God, something's going on in his head. So you have to be sure with what you're going to say first and then get into your craft of showing your emotions.
Do you see your retakes?
I don't do retakes.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, Ranbir Kapoor does like more than 50 retakes sometimes.
See, the pattern of shooting a TV show, a daily soap, is
insanely
different.
You don't get the opportunity to do retakes.
No, you get everything. It's not like that. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is, imagine the amount of content we learn and execute in a day is about a daily. For example, we shoot one episode in a day, right? One episode is about 36 minutes.
Yeah.
How many minutes is your film?
Yeah, it's
3 hours. You finish a film shoot for like 3 months ka schedule. You get to do one scene in one day.
Yeah.
हम 10-15 scene करके घर जाते हैं, सुबह उठ के फिर 10-15 scene. We have like 15 scenes to do. So what I'm trying to say is the amount of content we eat and throw out every day is too much. So sometimes it's not even perfection that we chase.
So then how do you prepare? How did you prepare for Shaurya?
Mentally. I mean, first I had to get
into... Do you imagine or do you observe?
I said, it's me. That's the thing. Trust me, my job became 10 times easier.
You remember childhood trauma, or you remember relationship with your mom? Like, what do you do to like get in Shaurya character, even though it's very similar to Basir, but still there are some...
So, the irony is, the story is in a way that Shaurya's character is not very loved by the family, by the father. There's a very bad equation with the father. And there is a mother, but she lost her memory and all of that. The father is very negligible about this kid and he's interested in the other kid that he just found. So that hurt somehow, somewhere. I'm not saying my family didn't love me or something like that, but that father spot, it has some emotion that I know I can bring out. And somehow I think I do use that for my emotions sometimes. And the anger that comes out, I think it's very natural for me.
So you didn't have to go far. You were just getting inspired from your own family and your own self.
Yeah, because imagine everybody's dream, like people, jab hum bacche the, when we were young, Bombay was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Being in Bombay and on the billboards of Bombay, on the highway
Okay.
of Bombay, that tere posters lage hain, that's
Yeah.
like a dream come true for actors. People,
Oh my God, sorry to interrupt you. I remember the day you were part of the show. Boom, bam, your billboard was there. I was
Yeah.
going to
On the same highway.
Slink,
Yeah.
South Mumbai.
Yeah.
I saw that. And I think I've texted you or I commented. I don't remember. But
You
I
sent
was
me a message.
like, Basir, this is like a full package that was getting ready for you because like lead role, someone that is like same, almost like your personality, so you don't
Yeah.
have to prepare much. And then with like biggest actors, and then on Z5, and then like Balaji, and like
Exactly.
Ekta Kapoor.
And now you tell me, when all of this, we understand that, oh, it's luck to get a character like that, with a company like that, with a channel like that, with people like that. Now, when I have an opportunity like that in my hand, should I or should I not kill it every day?
You should. But
Why not?
will you like remember that, like, will you like remember to be grateful? That's where people slide.
Every single day. I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like God has secretly placed people around me on
Yeah.
the set, in the studio, that remind me that how grateful we are to be doing this.
Do you have people in your life that remind you to be grateful, or is it coming from religion, or is it coming from meditation?
I don't keep a lot of people in my life.
Yeah.
It's a very different setup. I am a very family guy and I'm very connected with my family. So most of this emotion that's alive in me is always the family, because I talk to them every day. There's a
Yeah.
exchange of every day.
Mom or brother?
Everybody. I speak to the
Yeah.
kids. I speak to mom, bhaiya, bhabhi. If the cousins from below the
Yeah.
house, like niche wale floor se upar aa gaye, to I'll speak to them. We play a fortnight, raat ko at least 1 or 2 rounds. So all the cousin brothers from the apartment, everybody
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
they join in. So I'm in exchange of emotions with my family every single day, because I need that love.
Are you an emotional
givers.
person?
Yeah, very,
Very sensitive?
very.
Do you shy from expressing your emotions?
At times, it's situational, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to relationships, emotions, and all of that later. But I have like a rapid fire for you. I've never done a rapid fire in all my podcasts. But I was like, I have Basir in the house, so I need like some rapid fire. Okay. You're gonna be rapid. Okay.
All right, let's go.
3 words that starts with D.
Dil, dosti, dance.
Oh my.
I don't know how.
One underrated reality show person.
Right now, I feel like it is Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He should be getting a lot more than what he has right now.
Okay. Overrated actress.
Overrated actress, Urvashi Rautela. For sure.
Sundus in 3 words.
Soundous in 3 words.
Yeah.
Bold, very strong,
Yeah.
and go-getter.
Oh. 3 people you would choose to shift with.
Shift with, that's a very tough one. Oh my God. I think I can shift with people like
Not family.
Kevin,
Okay.
first thing for sure. Gaurav,
Yeah.
I never stayed with him like that. I mean, I don't know. Sundus, I think.
Or you, if you add me to
we will
that house.
fight. We will fight. We will fight. I told you to pick up the cup yesterday. I was like, I'm so sorry, Sundus.
No, you wouldn't say I'm so sorry. We'll be like Shaurya.
Yeah.
If not an actor, then what?
A learner, because I never knew what I was going to do. So if this came my way, I started learning things and I started doing it. If this stops tomorrow,
Give me a job.
Yeah. I mean,
What? If not an actor, then give me a job.
I might study something and get into IAS or something. I don't know. Maybe just get
IAS.
into aviation.
Yeah?
Yeah. Anything. I can't sit idle for life.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work out, see, people are not going to forget this face. People are not going to forget the name. Even if I do something, they're going to be like, oh, you're Basir, right? So
Yeah.
I can't be doing something stupid in life
Yeah,
and
the
just
fame
waste
you
it.
got is like people will remember you and the face.
I
and
hope I
like
don't
the
have to land up in
personality.
doing stuff like that. I
No,
mean,
no,
inshallah.
no. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, you're 3 a.m. call person.
Mom.
Okay. What do you think is your best feature?
The way I talk.
The way I talk.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
What do you like, tolerate, and hate about yourself?
I hate my anger and I love my self-obsession. Because if I don't love myself so much, I can't make myself so special and people won't
We're gonna
be able
come to
see
that.
me
What do
special.
you like? What do you tolerate?
About myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, my anger.
You tolerate your anger.
Yeah.
Then
क्योंकि
you
वो आता
hate
रहता है.
You hate what?
I hate my laziness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the
think.
fact that I'm really lazy.
Now let's go back. From where does your anger come from, Basir?
I don't know.
Like you're so short-tempered.
It's that quick.
Yeah.
But I've really worked on myself, and my mother
I
has
know.
said this to me last week.
I know.
I love the person you're becoming, like you're changing. I don't want to give myself like,
You know, I
but
feel it.
I'm just trying to say, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
You became, let's say, much more, okay, I wouldn't say much
Calm.
more calmer. I still feel the same energy. Like, trust me, this same energy I felt in roadies is the same.
The
Nothing
fire
have
will never
changed.
die, yeah.
Yeah, which is good. What I feel have changed is your ability to communicate with people and your ability to make people feel like more secure, loved, that you have listened to what they have to say, and you're more polite about things and you're not anymore snobby. Yeah, am I right?
Oh my God, I could see your face while you said that.
Yeah, and I think like I'm 100% sure that I think acting have helped you because you're a lazy person. So waking up in the morning, finishing around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and dealing with so many people, I think
100%, because just a few days ago, मेरी birthday थी. Just before my birthday, someone sent a cake to me saying, "Happy 500 days of Shaurya." Do you know what that means? That means 500 days. I woke up. My mom is not there to wake me up. I don't have a girlfriend to wake me up. There's no wife, obviously. This my kamwala. He comes. He's like, "Bhaiya, uthi," or whatever. My alarm. I do this every single day for 500 days, and that felt like an achievement for the first time. Like, oh, fish! I really did something big for myself. So, and I want that number to keep growing. Now I want it to keep going, and now I'm used to. Now I'm a workaholic. Like, one day I get a chutti, I'm happy. Okay, like one day I need rest. Second day I'm like, kya karunga,
something is
kuch karunga.
missing.
Something I have to do.
That's
I
an
can't
amazing feeling.
Yeah, no. I mean, that hunger should never die.
Yeah.
It can't.
Then where does your self-obsession come from? And why do you love it?
Because of the love I always got. I mean, I knew that I wasn't the richest kid in the room since the beginning. I mean, I knew I had enough in life. But even if I had the richest guy around me, he would probably never get the kind of love I would get from his own people who liked him. Like, for example, my friends, their families loved me more than they loved their own child. So I knew that I'm likable. I knew that people saw something in me, especially my grandparents and other people's grandparents.
I have this with you. I hate you, but I love you. You know, like there is this thing, you know, like I would like kill you for few things, but at the same time, you know, like 'cause I'm having like a wall, and I'm like, I think he's a good person, yaar, Soundous, you know.
So I
So
carry
I don't
myself.
know what is it.
I carry myself as a very arrogant person.
Yeah.
I love for people to see me as he's an asshole. Yeah, see that because I'm very sensitive.
It's like you're protecting yourself.
Yeah, it's my defense mechanism. I have to protect my feelings because they will do something. I will go home and I'll be sitting in the car and I'm like, fuck man, why did they say that to me? Or why did he behave like that with me? I was just being nice. So I go home and I sulk on it. I literally do that. And not a lot of people know that because I don't post stories the whole day. I don't show a lot of my really personal life to people. I've always been mysterious. Since the first days, like, aaj 1.2 million chota dikhta hai. 7 saal mein 1.2 million gradually is a long journey. Why I'm saying that is because वो 1.2 के लिए मैंने content creation जैसा कुछ life में तोड़फाड़ नहीं किया है. जैसे I see people around, they make this their primary thing in everyday life कि we shoot, we make content, we put it out there and then we get more brands and I never did that. Even before we met, when I had those 6 years before Roadies Africa, I never did that. So this 1.2 is the crowd that love Basir for
It's
who
your
I am.
personality.
Yes. So I'm glad that I have those 1.2 who are real and they know that they don't need to see my stories and this thing every single day. This guy is
They
gonna
don't
be like
love
this.
you for you being entertaining, but they
Yeah.
love you for your personality,
Yeah.
which is inspiring them. And I think that's more
Yeah, kind
rewarding.
of.
Like when you hear it and you're like, they love me for who I am.
You have a big family on Instagram and social media now. You
Not
tell me
as
how
much
does that
as
feel?
you.
But
I think that's, I do what you see people doing. I do like organize shoots and like source clothes.
I
and
am a
do
fan
that.
of your content and your daily updates.
No,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not just saying this because I'm on camera with you
Yeah.
or something like that. Genuinely, I had a feeling a few days ago. I said, this girl is actually doing what she told me she would do when she gets the opportunity.
Yeah.
I go back to those safari trucks and the stuff we were
Yeah.
discussing. What do you want to do in life? This and that, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I really feel like you organized it so well. And you know, the way you carry yourself now, I really, really adore it. It's
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
very,
Thank
I
you.
mean, inspirational for me
But
as well.
coming back to what you said, I do content because I feel like somehow it's my work and it's like a source of money that I should not
Let go of,
sleep
yeah.
on and like be lazy, because when I'm not shooting, I have some free time. So you are a TV actor, I think your schedule is more hectic and
Yep.
it doesn't leave you time to be creative. So I feel like it's my responsibility to make those numbers count in my bank account, but also to share my personality. Nevertheless, I feel sometimes bad that I have to create such content because
Yeah.
I want people to love me for who I am. Like for that tuta futa Hindi, without thinking it's cringe, without thinking that abhi to 3 saal ho gaya, usko to itna Hindi nahi aati hai, you know.
It will always be like this.
I know, but like I wanted people to just love me for who I am instead of following me because of a reel. Even though I know that reel is me
But
and it's
all
my
you're
idea.
showing is this part. Are you showing them what you're doing on the days you're not facing the camera and everything?
No, I'm not.
You're not.
Because
So how do you expect the same audience
yeah.
to love you for who you are and not the content you give?
I'll tell you why I'm not doing it, because somehow I feel like I'm so much exposed outside. When you go meet people, like still when I go on set, it's too overwhelming to see people. Like when I shoot for couple and I do my acting gig, because I just started. Okay, so
Right.
my script is very small. Okay,
Right.
still I have to prepare a lot for it, even if
Yeah,
it's small.
it'll take time.
I go running behind, like in the sound room, because I want to see Krishna, Kiku, and Sunil Grover performance. And when I see them, it makes me so happy because they're entertaining me. But somehow it makes me so overwhelmed because I know, oh my God, I have so much to work on.
Yeah.
You know, look at how talented are these people, and this is the benchmark. It's not I'm competing, I'm not at all competing, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm here. I need to reach there. And I know how much hard work it takes to reach there, you know?
You got to put in a lot of hours.
I know. So while going out there, it takes so much toll on me that when I want to go back home, do whatever I want, or like be with the people that I'm sharing my daily life with, I just keep it private. Not because I want to keep it private, because I'm not even in the mindset to take my phone and shoot, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But,
And that's exactly me. People think I'm avoiding them, but I'm so engrossed in my work that I do not want distractions.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you mean, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're just focused on what job is given to you.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to do this.
Yeah,
10
and I'm
out
like,
of
you're
10.
not giving me money.
Yeah.
So just don't text me unless you have an opportunity for me.
Right? I'm busy. I'm on work.
Yeah. I don't know why,
That's a tough
Basir, but you've dated a lot of people. Okay.
I'd love
And
to wear my
sometimes
sunglasses at this point. Yeah, now we're talking. Yeah, how's it going?
I think like in like the 2 years span of time that I know you,
Yeah.
I think you've dated and you've experienced so many relationships and so many partners, which I feel it's good because you're giving yourself the chance to know what you like and what you don't like. Okay. But you do it in a very quick way. Like you get out of the relationship and you get in a new one, which is amazing because that shows like how mentally you are strong and how mentally you are able to switch your emotion. Even though I don't know what you go through
Yeah.
for that switch. So do you do it by convenience and by interest? Like do you choose the partner and see the person and be like, this person gonna help me with my work. I need that kind of energy. It's convenience for me for this situation.
Yeah.
Or you just go with the flow, and that's why sometimes you make wrong decisions.
That's exactly what it is. I think a good perspective you have that I just jump into things and it's really quick and everything. But that's how I have always been. I have been a companion person, okay? And unless you're literally in a relationship that requires commitment, like the kind of relationships we have seen, some of them. You've seen me in a casual relationship and you've seen me in a serious relationship. You've seen the difference, the kind of a person I am. Because if someone is not giving me what commitment I am giving, then I'm like, okay, then it's chill. Then you also have fun. I'm also having fun. It's life. It's good. And I've been a giver is what I feel. Like I've come to understand now at this age that, oh, maybe because I did it so many times and I've had so many relationships or situationships or whatever people call it these days. I mean, I feel like, okay, maybe because I'm a giver, it worked out. But now I feel like that's taken a toll on me. Because
That's
I've been
what I was wondering.
so quick with jumping into different situationships with people. I realize now that I was actually probably trying to avoid the hurt. or probably avoid the time it takes to heal. And somehow that kept prolonging, and it became a bigger void in my personality. And now I realize that I don't want to be with anyone else, like just myself. Right now, I need to give time to myself, and I don't think I will see myself in a relationship any soon. Now I feel like I just want to get married when I get married.
Okay.
Because now I don't want to do a casual thing anymore.
Okay.
I don't think, dude, I am going to be 30 next year. I just turned 29. So I'm hitting that benchmark. And that is scary. I don't feel that age. I just think it's a number and everything. But for the world, you're 30, bro. Like you're 29 right now. I'll be 30 next year. So that is kind of coming back at me. And my mom asked me once, and it really hit me. This is something sensitive coming from my heart. Some detailed conversation I was having with my mom, and I got a little like, Mom, ye nahi mujhe karne do. I need to go to Bombay. I still didn't make the move. And my mom goes like, kya matlab? 21 years ke the tum. I was 21 when she let me start doing all this. Roadies, Splitsvilla, blah, 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 blah. She said, now you're 28. I said, how long are you going to keep doing these random shows, one show a year, and then, this and that?
Yeah.
And she said, I didn't raise you to become a cool boy for the world and come back at 30, 35, whatever, and be like, I'll get married. It's like there's some responsibility towards your own family. She's like, you need to like do things for your own family, not like money, this, that, well, fuck all that. She doesn't need my money. My mom doesn't need. But she's like, I want to see your kids. I want you to get married. I want you to have that family time with all of us. And like your brothers also got kids, so your kids can grow up with the brothers and this and that and all. Is that requirement too much? Is she wrong? Is she asking for too much? I feel like somehow, I give it back. I owe it to my family, somehow.
But I disagree that you have like an age limit to have your own journey, because, okay, maybe because she's your mom, she wants your kids to grow with their cousins, which is your brother kids. But I'm sorry, your brother had a different journey and you have a different
100%.
journey. And if you want to be an actor and if you want to be an artist, I think you should accept that your journey will be different from other people, and don't expect people to understand why your journey is the way it is.
I agree.
And,
I agree with that.
Sorry, but we as outsiders, it's like 10 times more difficult for us.
Yeah.
So if normal people make their like 10 movies at 30, maybe we'll make our movies at 30, first one. So I think like we have so much to give, but we didn't get the opportunity. And the day we get the opportunity at the age of 30, this is when you start giving. And I don't think emotionally and mentally you would be able to give that energy and investment to your family.
Right.
So I feel like ruk jana,
Abhi
35.
rukna hai. Yeah, that's what I felt. I told my mother the same thing. I said, right now I am really focused on making something really big happen for myself. And if someone I find along the way, she might just jump in and hop in on the ride and we can make it happen. And if someone I have to find, then it'll take time. It'll definitely take time. And I believe that, bro, abhi chal raha hai, acha na, isko chhedna nahi hai. It's good. I am happy with the way my life is working. I think my mom, she sold that idea. She was trying to sell it to me by the social responsibility, family ki taraf and all. She was just like, you're staying alone in Bombay. I don't think you're taking care of yourself. I was losing weight. I was like not going to the gym and all. I've become a little skinnier from before. It's because of the monotonous style of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Bro, how can you build
crazy
muscles
hours.
if you are like waking up at 7 and then ending
I
at
sleep
1
4-5
a.m.?
hours.
Oh my God.
It's not because of the show. I can't blame them. It's that they leave me in 12 hours only. But you have other things to do as well,
Another
man.
life.
Yeah, so somehow you just cut down on your sleep. Sleep ka bechara hamesha katta hai.
Yeah. Tell me, how much is Ekta Kapoor involved in the making of the show she does? Like in the show you are doing?
She's always keeping a track. I must say this, that she's got a big ass network. Like she's got her things into so many she's got her hands into so many things, and it's really difficult to keep a track of everything. But she makes sure that there is a meeting every week with all the creative heads, and every show the representatives of the show sit down with her, talk about the entire track. Bro, I've literally seen it with my eyes. The whole report they have at the end of the week. Everything records every day, and then that comes into a weekly report, and that report goes to ma'am.
With everything.
Every
Story,
show,
actors.
budgets, shows, कौन late आया है, कौन रोज late आ रहा है, कौन हफ्ते में 2-3 बार late आ रहा है. Everything goes.
Yeah.
Everything goes, okay? So it's not like she's not involved. We can never think that she's not. She is.
Tell me that thing that I still face. It's like I see people, especially now in Kapil Sharma, I'm so lucky that there are people that I grew up watching,
Mm-hmm.
but they come as guests on the show. So sometimes you're like, yeah, I want to work with Kareena Kapoor one day. So
Yeah.
you expect that to come one day. On Kapil Sharma, every episode there are
There's a
3
star.
guest
Yeah.
stars. So and at the end, when like we finish our acting gigs and we just want to say thank you to the audience, you have to go and
All
say
of
hi,
you,
sir.
yeah.
How are you? No. So it's very awkward because I never know
That you'll have to
what to
face.
say and how much I can say with this situation when
Yeah.
you are acting with such like big people.
Yeah.
You want to be nice,
Yeah.
you want to be cool,
Yeah.
you want to be like reachable, but at the same time, and you want to show them that they are seniors, but at the same time, you don't want that to come at the expense of your self-value and
Respect.
also as a junior
Yeah.
actor who still have as much respect as any senior guy.
I feel you. That's a very good understanding, firstly. I think in any setup, especially regarding the industry, every person present on a set has a role. From a technician to the director, everybody knows their job, right? There is definitely a lot of power play. Senior actor, junior actor, purana actor, naya actor, ye, wo, there's 100 things, different dynamics can come into play. There's a lot of that power play, okay, happening. If you know your position and if you can remain in those boundaries and still manage to be social with people. When I say being social with people is greeting them nicely, absolutely telling them what you feel if you feel good things, not bad things, and knowing when to stop. You should know when to
an
stop
art.
talking. Yes.
And I
If
know
you
Karan
just
Johar does
blabber-
it so nicely.
Yeah. And bro, they are exactly the people we look up to. Like, ki, haan bhai, what's happening in the industry and these are the people talking and we see what they are saying. So what they say is exactly what goes out. And that becomes a trend or whatever, a flop. Right? So they have to be very careful about their public image. Similarly, we are growing to become something on those lines. We don't know where we're going to land. Maybe beyond that, maybe right there, maybe before. No, wallahi, whatever is given for
Yeah.
you. So if you're on the track, then you should know that what you say is going to make a lot of difference. So know when to stop, just smile and be like, excuse me.
I'll think.
Guy, I was like, yeah, be right back.
Yeah. How much does, now that you're part of the industry for like a year, actively
Yeah,
part
as
of
an
it,
actor.
how much does network matter?
Someone like me shouldn't be saying this. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a very, very, very important thing. But I somehow stopped networking since I became an actor with TV. And I get so many opportunities for these
Events.
and these launches and movie premieres and this and that. I'm called even from the company, like from Balaji, like, you have to go, you're the lead. Yes, ma'am, I'll try, whatever. But I'm not feeling the urge to go because I don't know, man. I've been there a couple of times. I don't feel like, it's just like everybody's there to just for the cameras. Everyone's there for the cameras. And I feel like it shouldn't be like that.
Aren't you an actor for the fame also? I know you love the fame.
I'm very happy with what I had already made. If you know, 1.2 million tab bhi the, 1.2 million aaj bhi hai.
Yeah.
It's not like I've grown in like millions or
Yeah.
something like that. It's just that I never came for the fame. I
You did
wanted
not?
respect.
Okay.
I wanted respect. If you go back to my first show, second show, any show, you say, I'm here for the respect. I mean, you should know me by my name. If you ever step into a room, you should know who I am. That's why I'm here. People should remember
So
me.
fame.
Yeah, like with respect. Bhai, ki aisa nahi ki just Basir. Like, oh, Basir, I like him for his values.
You want to be known for your work.
Yeah, for my values, for the way I was and how I existed.
Listen, as I come from a finance background,
Oh my God.
I have a finance fire. It's like a rapid fire, but like finance, okay?
Damn.
So you gotta give me numbers,
Okay.
okay? How much was your highest check?
30 lakhs.
Okay, cool. Average per day a lead TV actor can earn?
I've heard about 2.5 lakhs per day.
2.5 per
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Okay. How much can we earn from reality shows? Let's say one show.
I mean, depends on your
Average.
popularity. Couple of lakhs, maybe like 3 lakhs.
What was your biggest financial loss?
I lent some money to. Oh, I did events without taking the money as advances, and I never got paid for them.
Yeah?
And this guy who was responsible for it is a very popular guy.
Please give
I
the name.
don't want to take his name. We don't talk anymore. बाहर पे गया वो पैसा भी रख ले और तू अपने तू शक्ल मत दिखा bro. But it was like around, I lost about 12 lakhs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
That's
did like 4 events with them, 3 lakh each, and it was sad.
Yeah. Who manages your money?
Myself.
You do?
And my CA.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and
But my
mom.
mom also has to communicate with my CA because I can't keep doing this, that, this,
Yeah?
that. Yeah.
What is your biggest investment?
I shouldn't be saying that.
Why?
I mean, I invested
if you
in.
don't want
I
to
can
say
tell
the
where I
amount,
invested.
you
Yeah.
can say like real estate or business, car.
So I did real estate. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Oh,
Back in
then
the
we
day.
are like two real estate
Yeah, it's
business
going to be
people.
real estate. My mom has given me the values.
Because I think because of your mom, you're doing real estate. Because
Yeah.
we have that mentality from our parents that you do real estate, it's very, stable investment and like it's gonna stay for you.
Gold, real estate, these
I
people
know.
push us for that, for
Yeah.
sure.
Save or spend on your fashion style.
Spend.
Yeah.
Any day.
The minimum you save every month. No matter what, no matter how much you earn.
I'll tell you my percentage. I save 20% of what I make every month.
That's too less.
At least 20%.
Okay.
I don't even have investments in to be honest. Like, it's just savings right now. Because like I said, before
Yeah.
Bombay, I had nothing to pay out. Whatever money I made, I was just living a life. I was just doing lifestyle stuff. But after coming to Bombay, I was like, no, bro, I'm actually growing old and I need to hold my money and I need to make the right investments and everything. So dheere, with real estate now, finance may like basically stocks and this and that. I'm a little backward with that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have the best knowledge about it.
But you know
so
what?
I'm getting there.
They say that like the biggest mistake that people do is they think that you need to know or you need to be financially educated about finance and investments.
Yeah.
Why actually all you need to do is like get an active income. Get money and you take that money, you give it to a financial advisor,
Yeah.
and it's
Let them
his
play with
role
it.
to create like platforms for you and like tell you, listen, we have to invest here, and you just follow up.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's not like a weakness?
So are you a financial
okay.
advisor?
Yeah, but I left that job now. Now I'm doing
Come
what you're
on.
doing.
Maybe you can talk to me about it later.
You have to speak to finance with Charan or finance by
Okay,
Sanjay.
maybe you can connect me with him.
Yeah, I will. Okay, tell me, like we're about to end this podcast. Tell me, I want to like end it on a manifestation note because somehow I believe in it. And I think you got your Shaurya role because of your mom's manifestation. So maybe we'll go back and like watch this podcast and be like, we said this.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you manifest for yourself? Like near future. Let's not go far.
Oh, I wanna buy my own house in Bombay.
Yeah.
I've been in Bombay for 2.5 years, and I want to make that happen in the next 1 year. I want to own
1
a house.
year.
Yeah. And I have to make it happen. Like not because anyone said this to me, but I know that once I secure a house in Bombay, I would not need to be dependent on a project to be here. You get my point? You have your own house in Bombay. Okay, you don't even have work for a while, in a few months, you're good. You're sorted. I have other ways I can make my life happen, but I don't have to मजबूर होके कोई काम करना, मजबूर होके मुझे किसी से loan, like bank से loan लेके वो clear करना. I don't want to get into all that. I just want to get it. I want
Cash.
to lock that. Yeah, I want to bloody lock
Yeah.
that in a full payment and get the house and be
Yeah.
like, everybody, give me some time to rest.
What else do you manifest in terms of work?
Work-wise,
What do you see Basir?
Yaar,
an
wallahi,
actor?
it's a big thing to even think what I just thought in my head, because
No, just think big.
I'm telling you, like, I never thought I would be doing a lead in a Balaji show on ZTV.
With zero
a year or
acting
2 years.
experience.
Yeah, with 2 years ago, I never thought with zero acting experience. So for me, the graph is too high, and Bollywood, I think it's Hollywood if I have to think. I want to manifest myself in
Yeah.
Hollywood. I already recently shot for something that's going for the LA Film
Yeah, I
Festival, right?
remember.
So I'm excited for that to come out. I've got some agents out there in America.
Yeah.
So maybe. I mean,
Yeah, why
I
not?
really like
I
what
don't know
Ali
why I
Zafar
see you
does.
in Hollywood more than Bollywood. I don't know why.
I feel like I maybe might fit there more.
I think your energy, and I don't think I've seen any face like you now on like any OTT platform or like
Yeah.
any like features that look like yours or like even that energy.
That's the thing, right? I feel like even maybe I'm not being seen the way I want to be seen. Maybe I'm not putting myself out there the way I should be seen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a few more years and let's see however this goes. But I'm going to bank on those agents out there
Yeah.
who are planning big things. So inshallah, fingers crossed. And I'm not going to stop. That's one thing I know.
Yeah, rukna nahi.
Rukna nahi hai.
Thanks so much for this podcast. I really wanted like more of an emotional and sensitive conversation than like a bitchy conversation or whatever. That was never like my aim. I wanted more to understand like your journey from reality shows to acting. And it was very important for me like to I'm very bad at relationships. I'm very bad at keeping
Makes us
people in my life. But somehow I don't know how I managed to keep you.
Yeah, no?
So I'm very
glad we worked
happy.
it out.
Yeah, so I'm very happy about that. And I feel like it's a thing, Sundus, because we have so many people in common that I'm not in touch with.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I'm missing on something. Let's be honest. But with you, I feel like you are, even if we don't talk every day, I feel like looking at your journey, just you being on my social media, I feel like it's someone that is inspiring me. It's someone who's working every day. And somehow we both have so many similarities where we might seem very arrogant. We might seem like having anger issues, but those anger issues and those characteristics, they come from the fact that we are very driven.
Yeah.
And if you give us work, we'll be like
We'll
a
show
Billy,
you. Yeah.
very calm and sweet to you.
People don't believe that side.
I know.
We can have that side.
Yeah.
People can tell us what to do and we'll do what is said to us.
Yes, I know.
But
So I
it's-
connect with you on that level, and I'm genuinely like happy that we are still in touch.
Me
And
too.
I'm very happy for your acting journey. And I feel like God gives things to people that they deserve. You have not been like the angel. Let's put it out there.
I will not disagree.
But I think that deep inside you only thought good of people or whatever. So I feel like you got it for a reason.
Definitely. I always
And
say, keep your intentions and your heart clean. God will give you.
karma
It will give you.
get back. Yeah, and looking forward to maybe have you next year or whatever.
I'd
And
love
maybe
to.
like
love to come back.
get to know that you got a house in Mumbai and you call me.
Oh, for sure.
Even though
we'll-
you didn't call me for your birthday.
we'll make that
but
happen.
Yeah, your birthday was a surprise.
Yeah, I didn't
know,
know
I
I was
know.
going to be taken there. It was a nice, I would have loved if you would have come.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a very nice podcast
you
and
so
happy
much.
to reconnect with you.
Thank you so much for having me. And I was glad when you called me and said, you know what, I think I want to do this podcast with you. And I was like, hey, that's nice. I think both of us can have a great conversation about our journeys. And I remember your ideas and everything. I want to let people know that this girl is not here to stop. This is just the beginning of her career. And this video is going to be making sense a couple of years later saying, oh, we did say this out loud. And that is a manifestation I'm having for her, that she's going to be at the top of her career in a very,
Thank you.
very less time. I see that drive and I think you are on the way.
Thanks, bro. Sure, I'll give you a hug.
Yeah, let's go.
With the sunglasses. Thank
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
All the best with the podcast and everything.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening to us, guys. Again, I just want to say before I leave, don't stop getting what you want. Don't stop your hustle. It's not like it's going to happen overnight, but it's going to happen one night. But that night, you don't know when it's going to come, but for that, you got to keep going and be prepared for the opportunity that's going to find you.
And believe that it's coming.
Oh yes, 100%. Believe in it and keep going. Be ready. All the best.